Here we are in GTA 5's GTA 6 map made by the GOAT, Dark Space. Give him some love and check out his channel. So this is actually the first shot. You can see the cityscape, and within the city there is much more details. There's actual buildings being placed, and here it's a little bit empty right now because it's a 2D image put into the 3D world. You can see the bridge and where the prison is supposed to be. So if we go ahead and kind of zoom out and look around, you can see that there's supposed to be a water tower here, but this is called the Vice-Dale County Jail. Now behind this is where the grass rivers are. So that is what this is supposed to be. And there's another trailer shot right here where we'll get to. But you also have the Vice Keys right here, which is also shown in a different trailer shot. So this is called Homestead, which is kind of the big old place that's called Homestead. And you can see that here is the Vice City prison. Now inside this prison is where Lucia is talking to Stephanie. We don't know what else is gonna happen within this prison, but you can see it's a pretty big place. There's here some beautiful waters. You have here this other bridge and a little bit of that city skyline right there. So let's go from here all the way to the next shot, which is gonna be the beach shot. And it's gonna be all the beautiful city buildings right there. But we're gonna fly all the way across the map for this one, because it is literally across the map. It's at the other side of Vice City. And you can already see how beautiful this city is. It's really cool to look at a little bit more of a finished and polished version that is Vice City right here. Look at this. Look at what Dark Space has been doing, and it's such a great project. So let's get to the actual part. And I think it's somewhere around here. That's my guess. Yes, it's just like this. It goes from here and it slowly pans up, and you see this whole city, which is absolutely beautiful. And again, if we zoom out, we can see this whole place right here looking amazing. And there's a whole different section right there. So the map is way bigger than this. This is just one city within the map. You know, the whole map is gonna be one continent, just like Los Santos had, you know, one city and then above the desert area. Now here are going to be more cities and probably a lot of wild lands as well. But just look at this, it's absolutely beautiful. So let's go to the next shot, which is at 18 seconds, and it's just one building. So we gotta go all the way to the other side of the Vice City Islands again. Here it is. So it's in a place called Brickell, and it's this building right here. So that's what it is. And here it's also pretty detailed. Looks pretty great. Looks super nice. You can see that there's a little bit of a water situation going on here. Yeah, that's it. Like this. And then the music starts. Now the next shot is a tricky one because you can't really see where it's at, but it looks like it's very similar to the next one. So we're gonna do these in combination. So this area is called Alligator Creek, or the Grass Rivers, and this place is kind of broken here on the map. But this is called the Flamingo Beach, allegedly. This is where all the flamingos fly and all the animals are there. And in this same area, allegedly, if I am correct, there is also the hovercraft shot. Now let's go to the next shot, which is all the way at the other side where we just came from. It's the beach. And again, we have the beautiful Vice City right here, looking good. All the clouds are coming up because we are that high up in the sky. So let's go down a little bit and reveal the city. Yeah, looking great. So here is the beach shot, the little area here of where all these NPCs are, where the little dog is walking. And right now in GTA 5 obviously there's no one to be found, but yeah, it's a beautiful looking beach and I cannot wait to go and be here and just see what's going on. Looking very cool indeed. Beautiful little water here, and yeah, it's pretty empty in GTA 5, but again, it looks very full in Grand Theft Auto 6, so can't wait to check it out. Now another cool and iconic shot is the boat shot, which is not very far from here. It is right here, where you have these boats. Oh, and you can see that this green dot is where the camera is supposed to be, so it's kind of like this, and you can see that it's pretty near Vice City and looking very, very nice in Port Vice City, where all the cargo is gonna be. So there's gonna be a lot of dealings going on there, and you know, it's pretty easy to go from this island to like this island and then go back to Vice City. And there's probably a bridge right there, and that's Port Vice City for you guys. Now for the next shot, we're gonna go a little bit deeper into the city itself, and we're gonna go to a little bridge. It's actually not far from here. It's actually this bridge right here, where we can see Lucia in the car, hands up in the air like she just don't care. If we zoom out here, we can see that not only there is a lot of buildings that are super tall and beautiful, there's also this crazy intersection that kind of lets you go anywhere you want within the map. And apparently there's also a gun shop here. There's also this Vice airport, which we'll get to in a bit, but that's where we are right now. And if you go and look at the other side of the map, this is the rest of Vice City right there. So they're leaving Vice City, at least this part of Vice City, and they're going here, wherever they're going. I don't even know where they're going, but yeah, that's where they're heading. So let's go to one of my favorite shots right now, and that is right about here. Let's see where it actually is. It's supposed to be right here, but I am a little bit unsure because in this mapping project there are big ass buildings right here, but in the shot it's more of a hood area, so I'm not really sure if this is actually the spot. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, if I'm missing out on something, because there's also a strip club shot at the same, you know, place. And the shot right after is also supposed to be here in Lil Haiti. So I don't know exactly where these spots are in the map, but it's kind of around this area, which is a little bit more of the poor area in GTA 6, if I'm correct. Now the next shot is also a very known shot, which I've been talking about a lot in my other deep dive video, which is right here. I think you guys can remember what shot this is. This is that big old shot with all the cars and the whole city and the toll booth, and you can see how beautiful this all looks. Now another shot very close to the beach is the Vice City Strip, I think that is called, which if we fly over the beautiful island of Vice City right here and we go to this little area right here, then this is where that is. Boom. I think it's about here. And so we have Hotel Dixon, we have all these beautiful cars in there, and in GTA 5 it looks a little bit empty, but still very beautiful. And big shout out to Dark Space right here. That's one small step. And I think there's also like a Dark Space thing somewhere here. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's here. Dark Space, yeah. Beautiful. Dark Space. Ta-da! Now the next shot is inside the club, so unfortunately we don't know where that is, but we're gonna go to the shot after that, which is the beautiful Vice City Keys shot. So let's go again to this part of the map and see where it's at. And it's actually all the way at the end of the Keys, looking towards Vice City. So we're gonna go all the way here, and it's right about here. And as you can see, you have this stunt bridge right here, along with, you know, the road right here. And this is where all the boats are, and this is, you know, where the guy is maybe surfing, maybe on a jet ski, we don't know. And it's pretty much at the tail end of the map, as you guys can see. Because if you go up, you can slowly see Vice City and the place with all the flamingos and all that type of stuff. Yeah. Super cool to go here. I wonder what kind of missions we have in this place, and you know how interesting it will be, because right now it seems like it's just a long road and hopefully there's something to do here. We don't know. Maybe this is like an airfield or something? Yeah, this is the naval air station. Oh, maybe it's military. Not really sure. These red things are supposed to be guard booths, which is highly speculative, I think. And there are barriers as well, so we'll see what it is. But it's called the Gator Keys. Now it's time to fly all the way back for the famous balcony girl. So we're here again, flying to the city. It's a lot of flying today, which I absolutely love. And it's at the upper part of the island, so I gotta be a little bit careful which building I choose for this, because there's a lot of buildings here. And let's see, I think in this map it's supposed to be one of these buildings, so I'm just gonna go and put it right here for you to see this beautiful map. And you can see that there is a big shot of the city where you can see every single building and the beach, and it looks very cool. Now if we go back a little bit, those are actually two buildings. Now behind this is also a big beach area, and this might be a great opportunity to show also kind of the rest of this map, because the trailer doesn't really show it. So here is Waning Sands, which sounds like a Fortnite map. And then here you have all this type of stuff. Peanut Island. Now this is all speculative. This is Leonida Lake or Lake Leonida. If we go here, Fairy Tale Land or Fairyland, which is supposed to be like a Disneyland Florida kind of thing. We have Red Hill. So there's a lot of flatlands right here, which might be filled up with cities or something else. But let's get back to Vice City. Now from this little balcony shot, we are going all the way to the other side again for Vice City International Airport, where we can see the Vice City sign. Now this sign is probably not in this version of the GTA 5 modded map, because Dark Space has had enough work with the whole city. But let's see where we should be. We are here. And you can already see this green beautiful dot right here at the tail end of the airport, looking this way. So this is kind of where that Vice City sign is supposed to be. And again, if we go and look up, we can see that it's pretty near this part of the city. And that will probably be one of the first real and handy ways to use an airport. Because in GTA 5 you couldn't really do that except for a couple of specific occasions, right? Where you went back to the snowy town in the mission Bury the Hatchet. But in GTA 6 there is a couple of different cities, I think, that are really far apart, so driving would get really boring. So you could just take the Vice City International Airport to, you know, Port Gellhorn or somewhere else. Now let's go to Jeff Bezos at the boat party, and that's the first ever social media shot in the trailer. So I'm curious to see what social media will do in GTA 6. It's gonna be a big part, I think. And it is right here, so you can see it's right near the toll booth of Vice City, looking good. And at the other side you have the next island, where you have the beach and that opening shot with the trailer where you can see Vice City for the first time. Now the next one is kind of impossible to guess because it's just one random house, so it could be anywhere in the city. Now the big booty shot is somewhere around right here, which is, if we go up, right near the beach area. And this looks absolutely amazing. So Dark Space has mentioned that the majority of these buildings will be a lot less tall, but it just looks very cool in this version of the map. So yeah, that's approximately where the twerking scene is on the car. This is where you have the shot where the music video is filmed. So that's really cool. You can see there's a little bit of construction going on. And you have all these city buildings around this place. Really nice. Also a strip club, Jack of Hearts, is around here. Looking really good. Now the next couple of shots, we don't really know where they are, so we're gonna go to the fat man running away from the cops, and that is right here in Belleville. There is a dot with a red circle, which means it is a speculative place, so it's right about here somewhere. Also near Vice City. Then we're gonna go to the new shot of the guy grabbing its crotch, and that is right here. So this is the overpass, which isn't really finished in this version of the mod, but you can see that it leads right to the airport right there. We have here Rock Ridge, we have here Vice City, and all the way in the back you have the Gator Keys. So also very great spot right here. Now the next couple of shots I could not find, but this scene where the cops are going to the place that Jason and Lucia have just robbed, where Jason and Lucia in the car are driving away in their unidentified car. that is right about, I think right about here. So Vice City is right there. And at the other side of the map, you have this whole unexplored land that, you know, we as fans don't know anything about. So the next couple of shots are also very difficult to identify. So we're gonna go to this one, and this one is much easier to identify because it is right here in Lil Haiti. So this is a little bit unexplored in, you know, this version of the map. And we've talked a little bit about where Lil Haiti is and what it means. So yeah, this is where that is at. Now those same bikers are right around here running from the cops, or the cops are helping, you know, the usual pedestrians out, not getting hit by these people. And as you can see, also Stadium Metro Station is supposed to be here, and Vice City is right on the right of that shot. Now for the next shot, we gotta go all the way to Port Gellhorn, where GTA 6's story potentially starts. And it's right here at this green little, actually pretty big dot. And as you can see, Port Gellhorn is, you know, its own city. I think it's a smaller town, obviously, than Vice City, but yeah, it looks very cool. And so the game starts with humble beginnings, which I love. And then you're gonna go into Vice City as the story progresses. And that has been right about all of the trailer locations for GTA 6 in context of where they are inside the map of GTA 6 as it stands right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments what you think. See you next time. Bye.